only days before the grandest stage of them all, and the main event is now winner takes all if the competitors can get out of jail in time. Also, Seth Rollins takes the low road against Brock Lesnar. Batista has 4 words for Triple H, and the Demon is on the road with all of us to WrestleMania.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Yeah. You're really grooving to that. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to preemptively. Yeah, that's my track.
What year is this?
Bruh. I'm so folded. It's based on my voice. It's not as sultry as it used to be. 2010?
Shout out to Evan Mack, 2010.
Brock Lesnar's first run in the WWE.
Yeah.
There you go. It's coming full circle, baby.
Back when he was a natural redhead.
Yeah. This is all for show now, baby.
Up in the club, tripping my cup. What?
Man.
My cup. What?
It's so good you have a chalice in your hand right now, listening to your music.
Chip.
Woo.
Yeah.
Shout out to the chalice. What's up, everybody? This is the Raw After Show on AfterBuzz TV. We don't have the full squad. Unfortunately, TK Trinidad, she is on assignment.
Yep.
But you know she's always busy. Follow her at TK Trinidad. Show her some love. But we got everyone else in the studio right now. Jay Quasto with you. The man to my far right. You know that's the Jim Alexander.
Yeah, boy.
That is the Jim Alexander.
And he's really pumped up.
He's fired up right now.
I'll save my best for
He
later.
can't be contained,
If I can be
brother.
serious for a moment.
And next to him, he's Flobo Boys.
How's it going, everyone? Unlike Brock Lesnar, I always wear a cup.
Okay. That's actually a good idea.
You gotta wear a cup, bro.
All the time.
Come on, that's a rookie mistake.
Soon to be mayor, okay? Let's show some respect.
Oh, yeah. The mayor of,
Palms Neighborhood Council, yeah. June 2nd, go out there and vote. For all the
Man,
LA.
shout out to Flo Benito.
Yeah, man.
Put
And
another
that's-
brother in office.
So voting is June 2nd.
June 2nd, one day, winner take all. Winner take all.
I like
we-
that. I like there's no like build up. You win that day.
Yeah, for sure.
Can
yeah.
we vote, or do we have to live in
You
your,
have
like...
to live in there, but if you want to throw me parties or give out some cards, let me know.
Oh, charitable
Support the
donations.
fans. Yeah, I only help too, man, because Kinko's ain't cheap, so I help brother out with those wines. I'm just putting it
We're
out
starting a social media platform right now.
Hashtag Boys in the Hood.
So
Love that.
Boys in the hood.
Love that.
seriously, do you want a graphic made? I will get you a graphic made.
Please, I'll take anything, man. Any kind of
I
support
love
from the
that.
community.
I got a
that'd be
guy
great.
for you.
You got a guy.
He might be watching the show right now. Yeah, he's
Awesome.
really good.
Yeah.
Oh, I need you to win this. I really want you to
Yes.
win
Exactly, man. Let's
this.
do it.
For Boys in the Hood alone.
That's just classic.
So what city do we have to live in to vote for you?
Palms, Los Angeles. So the 4 or 5 and 10.
Was
Remember
it
that
Culver
means?
City adjacent?
It's Culver City
Is
adjacent.
it like 2 streets? How long is it?
It's like 13 blocks wide and like 10 blocks deep. It's
Next
like
to any
kinda small.
palm tree, you're good.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
man.
The Cheviot Hills have gone too far.
Is anyone else running?
No, there's like a 5-person race with 2 spots and for business representative.
So you got a 40% chance.
40% chance. I got
Yeah,
a 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
I bet the other 4 don't have Boys in the Hood as
Then
a
I got Boys in the
catchphrase.
Hood, yeah.
Wow.
A bunch of dudes named Tom and Joe and
Yeah, there's like a Bryce running right now.
yeah.
That guy's lame.
That's awesome. And of course,
He's lame.
the denim-wearing lad next to me,
Yeah,
sporting
man.
some flashy new hair, holding the chalice.
Yeah.
The man who had the song from 2010, Hot Fire, that kicked off the show.
So old.
That's 17 Mac.
Yeah, man, what's going on, bro? I'm telling you, I gotta do the color and the variations
You
while I
do.
still have it, bro.
Right.
Because the hairline receding, heredity is a real thing.
It is.
My father was like, I went bald at 30. I just want to let you know you on borrowed time.
He looked
I was like,
oh,
oh
21.
God. I was like, oh God.
When Barry Mack says it, you know it's
To be
I'm on
fair-
borrowed
To
time.
be fair, baldness comes from, I believe, that
They say the woman, right?
right.
The
so
mother, not
how's
the
mom
woman.
doing?
My mother, kid you not, but she had like dreads like down to like past
See?
her back.
So grow some dreads. You're all right.
Yeah.
Shout out to man, listen, bro. I was like, baby, you gotta color the hair, baby, while I still here. WrestleMania weekend, baby.
Here we are. We're only a handful of days away, and let's
Oh.
get right into it. I loved Raw because I really think, aside from Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio, it did something to build up every other match involved with Raw. We got to start off with the main event of WrestleMania. It's now winner take all. Before we get into all the chaos, what are your thoughts on winner take all? Are we supposed to think that maybe there's going to be a unification? Or it's interesting.
What happened immediately when that happened? I think it was Haywood Wong. Shout out to Haywood or Dylan's one of my favorites. And on Twitter was like, "Oh, the brand split's over now." Like they're immediately just calling the team that the brand split's done because of this kind of circumstance.
Yeah.
They could be right, but regardless, damn, if Becky or whoever is holding up 2 belts at the end of this historic match, I think that's pretty cool.
It's a good point. That's the whole visual. What
does that mean for Money in the Bank? We don't know. What does that mean for any match? What does that know? Does it mean every time someone goes 1-on-1, it's for 1 belt and the other? But that's what's so cool. Like you guys, honestly, we don't really know. Do we know? Flobo, do you know?
We don't know what's going on with that.
Like, that's pretty cool, right?
I get the idea of giving Charlotte the belt only because it was kind of like she was shoehorned, but now she has legitimate claim. She's a champion in her own right. They did not say the magical word of unification. They didn't say undisputed women's championship. So I can only assume that both people will walk out with both belts, and then have to defend both belts until something else arises.
What's great about this match is any one of them can win, and there's a fair argument for all 3 of them to win, which is the best part about a match that you want to see. So I'm going to cut to you, Jim. Winner takes all. Your thoughts?
The title, first of all, it proves one of my points, which goes to, from the beginning, not for Ronda Rousey, this main event isn't happening, and that just shows. I know we've been in the era of promoting the women's matches and promoting it, but this shows how much they really care about the overall women's division. If they're kind of tossing SmackDown, all the women on SmackDown, and Naomi's been outspoken, I think, a lot, too, on the side. They just care about their main women, in a sense, because if they really did, they would have made a big focus also, or given some shine to the SmackDown Women's Championship match, had a good angle working for that. They never cared about it. They never planned it. They just ripped away the title last minute to put it on to Charlotte.
It's just the main event takes precedent, and if they want to make the main event as historic as possible, they want a woman to be holding up 2 titles.
There's more stakes now. There's more stakes, and Charlotte has a legit claim being in a match. But then that sets your women's division back. You got after WrestleMania.
I agree.
Definitely.
I actually agree with Jim with there.
What about all these other women? They're not worthy enough. Like, we're talking about the women's revolution and evolution, and this is going backwards.
Well, don't forget you have women's tag team titles now, so you have that happening.
But
as well.
That's exactly my point. Is you basically cut off the SmackDown Women's division off at the knees, right? So granted, the SmackDown Women's belt isn't as prestigious as the Raw belt right now, but there's something they can fight for. But you also have the tag team belts, which is great. But it's almost like they forgot about it until 2 weeks ago when they put everything together. So looking back on it, yes, women are main eventing WrestleMania, but these 3 matches or these 3 angles seem like they're kind of like half baked, and it's kind of a disservice to them.
I do understand what both of you guys are saying. I don't know. I like the intrigue of the double titles because we really don't know what's going on. Money in the Bank will be here before you know it. That changes the implications. Like what happens when a woman wins Money in the Bank? Is she gonna cash in against half of the belt or the 1 belt or the
late coup belt?
Are they gonna win? Because we all know this WrestleMania is essentially like the season finale. You know what I mean? So
right.
What happens if they I don't know. What if they do like they did before and they just merge into 1 belt? And they just literally make it more prestigious.
Where the champ can jump shows.
Yeah, I'm just saying all this is on the table, which I think is intriguing. I think it's a plus. Flobo and me, Jim Alexander, RealTalker.com.
I'm kind of not the SmackDown women's locker room. They don't think it's a plus when they're all not getting any.
I understand from that perspective.
Any spotlight for
I'm
WrestleMania.
with you on that. I think I'm going to split the room along with Evan here because. Yeah, Asuka's incredible. Everyone knows that.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
But who was her opponent going to be? You talk about shoehorning a match when there's already 14 whatever on the card.
I know where you're going with this.
Who? My girl, Mandy Rose. That's who was going over, who was having a nice run in the last couple of months. Yeah. Legitimately, she had a...
Jim, at WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania.
People were going to be invested in Mandy Rose versus Asuka.
You know
they were promoting her more so than anyone on SmackDown. Who else? She got a better push than Asuka did than the last 3 months.
Sonya Deville would be a much better opponent.
Sonya Deville is forgettable.
To answer your question, you're right. There was no match going in. There was no SmackDown Women's match going in there. If Charlotte had the belt before going into this, that would make a lot more sense. But they had time. They had time to build an opponent after Becky tapped out at Rumble, and they chose not to.
But you guys remember it was going to be that fatal 4-way, and it was going to be the #1 contender match.
Right.
And someone was gonna emerge out of those 4 ladies. They changed the plans. Like I say, I the one thing I do love about this, the flagship, man. The reason why I had this thing permanently inked on my right wrist. Shout out to my wife for having it inked on her right wrist as well.
It's not your name?
Yeah, listen. We'll get to that. The reason why I love them so much is they don't give a damn what we think, man.
True.
That's what I love about them. They do what they want to do and how they want to do. You know what? 4 women, fatal 4-way. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that no more. We're giving Charlotte the belt. And ain't nobody gonna do nothing, and everybody gonna tune in on Sunday.
Sure.
That's what I love about them.
And it's all about that visual
love
at the end.
that.
It's the first main event in the history of
Boom.
WrestleMania where women are in the main event, and it's going to be the visual of one woman holding 2 titles
Like,
at the
bang.
end. And that is something that is going to transcend wrestling. It's going to be mainstream.
Trending worldwide on Twitter. You already know. Already book it.
Absolutely. And look,
And then what? And then what afterwards?
We don't know.
It's all chips in the table. It's just fine. It's just fine. You're gonna make the biggest thing you can possibly do out of this, right? You're all chips in, but then what happens in a month, in
Great
2
question.
months?
It's a
when
great question.
It's all, especially if Ronda leaves. If not, what do you do then? All that you were investing for one night is going to hurt them going long term.
it's a very good question, and it could be one of those things where Asuka could have the title back 2 nights later. You don't know.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
But you look at the card right now, and I have it right here in front of me, and things could change. We still have 5+ days to go.
Sure.
We have 14 matches right now on the card. And don't forget, we still have possibly Revival, Alistair,
That's
Ricochet.
happening. That got
For
it.
sure.
You would think it's
Right?
happening. So that would be 15, because that
It's a
is
good match
currently
too, by the way.
not on this list. Although,
They're at TakeOver also.
did they mention anything about the Women's Battle Royal happening?
Yeah, they announced it on
Yeah.
WWE.com.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's happening
So
as
that's
well.
happening
So we
as
have
well.
12 matches, 2 Battle Royals thus far.
Yeah.
And right now, like you said, with SmackDown Women, it doesn't look, aside from the Iconics who are in the tag team title match, it doesn't look like, they're
That's
getting...
a whole division that's being literally wasted for the biggest show of the year.
Look, I mean, there's a big roster. What are you going to do? I don't know.
You're right. That's what it comes to me. At the end of the day, this is the whole thing that's about having when you have like too many kids, man.
Yeah.
Can't make everybody happy, man. Somebody gonna get something that somebody else don't want to get. Now, this is that moment. This is WrestleMania 35, where it is Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda's time. Like I truly believe that these women really are masters of their craft, which they are. In the back, they're probably like, yeah, this is pretty amazing.
Practice what you preach. That's all I'm saying,
I'm just
WWE.
saying-
Practice what you
No,
preach.
this
You
is
want
the-
to put the women on, you want to make it all about, you want to get that media attention.
this is
You
three
want to
women
get
in the main
that, then spread it out. Spread the love through all the
Oh,
roster
you can't
and
do
the
that though.
company.
You can't do that.
can't just-
Generally,
you
I
can't
would agree
focus
with
it
you,
on
but this
three.
is WrestleMania,
Yeah,
though.
it's just a
I
little
know
different. It's a little
WrestleMania.
different.
Listen, like I said, it's fine. They're going all in. They're all in. They got the attention
Yeah.
they wanted. They're really, like I said, they've been pushing for this for a long time. They're all in. Let's hope it works, because the repercussions of this going forward, when all the stars go away, when Ronda might potentially go away in the tough months in the summer, in the fall, what's going to happen then?
I don't know, but what did happen tonight is everyone got arrested. And so we had a 6-woman tag match. We had Ronda, Becky, Charlotte, who had to get along against the Riot Squad. Ronda makes Liv Morgan tap, and then all chaos ensues. Security guards get beat up. The cops come down. Eventually, everyone gets handcuffed after getting... I just loved... Oh, my God. This whole thing was great. The cheap shots that they both got in on Ronda was so great. And then they get taken to the back. There's cop cars. Ronda somehow gets in the front seat, smashes in the cop car in front of her, and then her and Becky start kicking each other because they decide to put them in the back seat together. The window gets busted out, and then my favorite is Charlotte's knee to Ronda's head.
Man.
Right
That was
before the whole
Stiff.
thing.
That was pretty stiff.
I like the moment when he just did a woo too. I don't even know if you meant to do that. It was
I
pretty
did
good.
it.
That
It's
was
just
pretty good.
it's that good. It was that good.
There was that moment where they were going to the back seat and they did the shout out to the cameraman, by the way.
Very
he
good
did like a
work.
slow pan. The crowd was like, ooh. And you got an old school like Family Matters like ethnic kiss. Ooh. Yeah. They were like, crowd was like, oh, it's about to go down.
That was like an Urkel getting kissed.
Yeah, it was like that. Woo. Hey,
Shout out to
my
Steve,
boy.
man.
Yeah.
Clutch.
But I loved it. Flowball, I don't know what your thoughts. What you think?
Man, I feel...
Wait a minute, hold on. I like your tone right now.
I don't like my tone. Sitting here watching you guys describe that segment, I'm like, damn, that was amazing.
It was.
Watching it though was like, I
cannot
get it.
stand you right now.
I get it. It was
Thank
great,
you.
but it was just drawn out to a
Thank
long-
you.
Yeah.
These cops look so incompetent. They couldn't
And
hold
that's
on
why
to anything.
Family Guy is great, because it draws stuff out a
Yes.
long time.
All right, so
This is the
Family
problem,
Guys at
see?
WrestleMania. That's what we're
You
doing.
give a brother one moment to be in public office. This is what they say. They drunk with power, brother.
Listen, I don't care about the police.
Flomo Boyce is in charge of these 3 streets.
Culver City adjacent.
Yeah.
Culver City Jason's so much.
These 3 apartment complexes is his.
Boys running things. Get out. Power drunk, man.
It's not about the cop segment. It's not about the. It was just forced. I mean,
No.
give her a crutch. Give Becky a crutch. You could have added that because they've been forcing this for the last month and a half. It was another cry for just pushing this match. It's already over. They
That's
sold
what
it as a main event.
Poppycock.
What do you need more? Why do you need to
Why
go
not?
out of...
Why not?
It's WrestleMania.
So that got 2
It
more
was
subscribers.
ridiculous.
Is
Oh,
that
they're
not
going to
good?
jail. Oh, they're going to like Michael Cole. I thought like he was gonna, I don't know, pass out probably from all the.
Oh, he
hype.
sold that.
He was just over
Great.
the top.
Loved it.
Joey Styles
Loved it.
level.
Okay, I like that stiff kick, that Charlotte gave to Ronda. That was cool, but the rest of it was just so over the top. Like,
So what-
it
Yeah,
wasn't necessary.
it's
It
wrestling.
wasn't necessary.
Wrestling.
But it wasn't necessary to do this to sell. Like
I
this is them
disagree.
forcing. There's like you need to buy this. You need to believe in this. Like
Yes.
they are so almost scared that we're not buying this as a main event.
That's
that
not
they're
fear.
doing this kind of stuff.
You know what that?
to
No, I
continually
disagree.
pour it
I
over.
disagree, Jim.
wholeheartedly.
I've been in locker rooms before. That is not them being afraid.
Oh, hell no.
That is 3 women saying, "Yeah, let's do some crazy
Absolutely.
and let's do something that has never been done before,
Absolutely.
and let's get everyone hyped up." And those are 3 women who are completely on board, who are completely bought in, and they're going to
Yeah,
kick
just
some
like
ass
Becky
Sunday.
was bought in with that crutch for 3 weeks,
All you need to- all
and
you-
fighting
but
matches
all
and
you
stuff.
need to know
over
is
the top.
stop.
It's just too forced.
But you gotta understand something. This is fantasy, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Suspend his
Well,
belief.
I
That's
know,
what we're here
but,
for.
but you don't
Jim.
need to sell it. So when you oversell things, it becomes a lesser product.
Okay, let me
when
t-
you force things don't happen the way you want them to happen.
Let me just respectfully disagree. This is because we have to understand that this beautiful product is not for us. We're grown ups now. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Sure.
See, and we can't. This is what's hard for us to do.
Yeah.
It's not for us. It's for that young girl that's in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my God."
This reminds me of
That's
when.
what it really is
Is that
about.
a message you're
No,
saying?
this
No,
reminds-
it's her. It's how you used to be.
This reminds me when I was a kid. The Big Boss Man, the Mountie jail match.
Sure.
One of my favorite memories of wrestling as a kid.
Yeah.
Big Boss Man defeats the Mountie,
There
and
you
the
go.
Mountie. Why he's one of my favorite characters of all time. He took a character that was very lackluster and sold it so well. He made it work. He's kicking and screaming to jail, screaming. To this day, I still
thinking about it,
smile. Imagine the kids watching this tonight. Imagine the girls
That's
who love
what I'm
wrestling
talking
watching this,
about.
like, oh, this is incredible.
I want to say for the record, I like this segment. For me, my issue was the length. I'm going back to WrestleMania 26, McMahon and Bret Hart. Great match. It was that story
So
was
good.
in it, but those chair shots took so long, it kind of felt kind of weird. That's what I felt.
So
like.
you're mad more about just how long.
This is how long we're drawn
it
out.
is.
But yeah, having a big old 3-person going into wrestling was great. I just felt like you could have got to that quicker.
I can dig it. Jim, you got a promo real quick, brother?
I always have a promo. I have a promo to all of you out there watching and agreeing with me, and thank you for agreeing and tuning in to AfterBuzz TV's Raw After Show and making us the ESPN of TV talk. All my fans out there, please subscribe to this show because you want to tune in every week, and you get that notification too. Press that notification bell on the side so you know when it's coming on if you don't know already. Comment to us. We want to hear what your thoughts are, even if I might disagree with them. Which
Get this man a chalice, man.
And if you're listening to us on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating.
Yeah.
Pull over, comment,
Like,
listen more,
Safety first.
download some shows. Just stay tuned. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for watching. As always, thanks for listening. But yeah, I
Thank you so much.
couldn't get enough of this. I thought it was nonstop entertainment. I thought it was the 3 women were they were going insane.
Nuts.
And that's what you want to sell when you're going up to a main event after a show that's going to be 4 hours at least.
At least.
Fantastic. Also tonight was Kurt Angle's farewell to Monday Night Raw. He didn't actually have a match, but he did get his comeuppance against Baron Corbin at the end. Corbin defeats Rey Mysterio, then up on the ramp. Angle locks in the ankle lock as we essentially go off the air.
Yeah, I think they were trying to make a point, man. They were like, because they used that to close out the show. They could have had. Even though I know Brock's on. I know he has a little bit of schedule. He's always in the beginning, but I think they were like, "Yo, y'all got to deal with this."
I mean, I liked what Corbin did, though. Corbin on the mic tonight.
Yes.
Oh, he's so
yes,
good. No,
absolutely.
he was on fire.
Absolutely.
On fire.
Absolutely.
I'm tired of everyone tweeting at me. Yeah.
Gold.
Yeah.
You know what's happening. In a way, they just opened themselves an opportunity to have, Corbin's injured from the ankle going into WrestleMania, and then
I hope
bam
you're right.
comes John
I hope
to
you're
slide
right.
into that spot. Because what's the point of
man.
it? What is the point of him? You already had you had the encounter in the ring. Angle slammed him, did all the things with Ray. Then you had the Ray match. What was the purpose of this? This would not need it because they already took care of things in a sense before WrestleMania. This was an added twist and an opportunity for them. It gave them an opportunity and out in a sense.
You think
where
so?
they can work with Corbin from that ankle. We don't know the update, right? Until WrestleMania.
I
his ankle's sore or whatever, or he gets in a ring and Angle takes care of him right away, and he's like, well, I want more. This wasn't a challenge enough. There comes Cena. There's an opportunity now. I felt this had a purpose. This closed out the show. This is not a pointless segment. This was definitely done to put in a potential opportunity for them.
Do you really think, though, that Corbin's not even going to compete?
You come out to the ring, and maybe he would do like a quick thing, or and then Cena comes, like we've seen at Royal Rumble, people come out and get ready to wrestle, and then someone knocks them out and comes in, or Corbin lays down right away in a sense, and Angle takes care of him, like he needs more in a sense, and then there comes Cena to issue a challenge.
I would love it.
I mean, that is interesting. We're at WrestleMania 35, and no word of John Cena being involved. That's unheard of.
Either they're doing a really great job of building the intrigue, or he's a mover and a shaker.
But they're not even talking about John Cena.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How are you gonna have WrestleMania 35 with no John Cena?
Oh,
I like that.
That's why he's going to be there, because they're not saying anything.
I hope they really are doing
Which
like the old school tactic.
I love the fact that we're hearing nothing, and when his music hits, that's just another great moment we're gonna have.
And don't save it for Elias. Elias needs The Rock or Austin, not John Cena.
I love that.
Because Elias needs someone too. This is a build-up. They're doing things strategically. They're throwing it out there subliminally, right? Elias been doing this thing out of New York, this concert for weeks now, and he's been there's a build-up.
And he's like, no interruptions.
Right?
I will have no interruptions.
Someone big's going to interrupt.
I hope
not John, because we've seen that in a sense, and that storyline doesn't fit in as much as it would with a Rock or Austin coming out. You know what I mean? Because they kind of done these little shticks with playing songs. And so I know Cena's done the rap thing, but it would be more fitting to have Austin or Rock interview with Elias.
I don't think Elias is going to have a match.
No,
do you?
not at all. No.
There's going to be some kind of moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get exactly. There's no Taker and no Cena. It'd be hard for me to believe that.
Oh my God, you're right.
That'd be so crazy. I know one of these things is going to happen, but it's still not. It's hard for me to wrap my head around it just yet.
This is the first Mania. Well, since Undertaker was introduced, that we are 6 days before, and there's absolutely nothing.
No mention.
Am I wrong on that?
Right. Because even last year was Cena basically having problems with himself.
There was intrigue, and he was calling him out, and then he, sat down and grabbed a beer, waiting for him.
Hold on now, Star Drew. Hold on in the chat. Hold on, man. We don't need Cena Undertaker. Hold on. No. Wait a cotton picking minute.
Wait a minute.
It's not about need, brother. You don't need 50 pounds of ice cream, but it sure is delicious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't need red streaks in your hair, but it sure looks good.
It sure looks good. You mean I don't say we need it. It's fun.
Right.
It's nostalgia.
It's nostalgia. It's classic.
It's never about a need. Now there's the new era. They're in a good place right now. A lot of up and coming talent. I've been saying it'd be great to hear that. It's pretty cool about that. It's pretty cool to hear that, man. You know what I mean? We all know how I feel about it, man. Coco Cena feel about John Cena, man.
Right.
Do you think it's even at this point for Undertaker to have a match?
No. He can tombstone Elias though.
He could.
Oh, I'd take that.
He could.
Wow, that's definitely anti-concert.
But we all know all Undertaker has to do is walk out and then walk out of the ring.
Yeah.
Walk up and walk back, like Lazy Evans.
For sure, yeah.
That's how great he is.
He takes a little bit longer.
Yeah. He's so raise the fist, be like, I'm here and be out.
Yeah.
That's all people really need, man.
Yeah.
I'm just
So what would you say the best opportunity for Undertaker would be? Would it be Elias?
Yes.
No,
because I don't think we're getting Rock.
Because I would like a Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, I don't know.
Honky Tonk Man? Wow. Hall of Fame Honky Tonk Man is WrestleMania moment 35 with Elias?
What do you mean no?
No.
The original.
No.
He is pushing the music side.
It's not big enough for Elias.
But he's been pushing the music. It isn't like I'm going to be at WrestleMania. It's like I'm playing my concert. They'll sing my song.
This build-up needs a good payoff. And by payoff, we talk about someone major.
So who are you thinking?
Who are you thinking?
I'm thinking Austin or Rock. One of the other.
Old Dwayne.
I think could be Stone Cold because he hasn't been around for a little bit. And he can do a spot. He's done plenty of these WrestleMania spots. Comes out, RV maybe. Does a promo, stuns him, beer.
I told you just can't beat it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the classic.
Chat roll. When's the last time we saw? I know we saw Stone Cold WrestleMania 30, but that was 5 years ago now.
Texas.
Yeah.
32.
32.
Yeah,
so it's been 3 years then.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're due for a Stone Cold at WrestleMania. And Rock, he's been more common at WrestleMania, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw him.
I mean, he hosted 1 year.
27, 28,
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
Oh no, he had the match with last time in New York with Cena to settle things, and then
Oh,
he made the refuse.
that was
I think he was
29.
with the last Austin one, wasn't he? It was Austin, Hogan, and Rock, maybe. Was
Then he had
that
the
30?
moment with Ronda Rousey and Steph.
and that was in 32, I
Yeah.
believe.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's crazy, man. Like Optimus Provost is playing my emotions. I would love to see a Punk's music hit, but that ain't happening.
no,
Don't tease me, brother. Oh Lord.
It's not going to happen. But what did happen tonight, Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar. Rollins goes with 2 low blows and a curb stomp. I got to say, like, to me, this, as far as story goes, this says, I am going to do whatever I got to do. If that
Yes.
means low blow you now. And I love what he said afterwards. He just goes, I'm not champion, so I can kick him in the nuts.
So nonchalant.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the whole thing.
He was on
Bend the
fire
rules.
tonight. He was on fire.
Simple yet effective, right? That's all you needed to do. Few words.
Yep.
And hey, he got one over Lesnar, right before WrestleMania.
Yeah, your job is to build the anticipation for the match even more than you do. That's the go home show, and he did it. He left the beast wounded in the ring to leave it up in the air. If you gotta do what you gotta do, the ref turns around, gets knocked out or something. Oh, a couple shots to the groin, man. We in there.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Keep to it, baby.
You gotta
That's
do
role
what you
model.
gotta
Show him
do.
that anything's possible, right? When
Yeah.
it comes Mania.
Another
He's
reason I
really
love
trying,
Lesnar,
brother.
man. Lesnar's, he will get beat up.
Yes, he will. He will.
He ain't afraid.
As much as people like to talk about how he doesn't show up, when he's in that ring, man, I don't care what anybody says, man. He is box office, man. As soon as he steps in that ring, man, I'm like, man, this dude, I swear, they know what they're doing. I'm like, I never want that dude to lose, man. When he steps in that ring with that belt, I'm like, don't take this belt off, dude. I'm serious, man. It's just like, damn, man, he's really great. He really is great, man, but it might be time.
Well, this
It
is
might
one
be
of those
time. It might be
matches
time.
that everyone says, Seth's, it's time for him to win. I mean,
Perfect way for him to.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Do you
I would.
put the Universal title match as the male main event still? Or do you play with the SmackDown side and have a WWE title
That
match? be the
has to
men?
be the one.
I got to be honest. I really do believe the fans are going to be more invested in Daniel Bryan versus Kofi for
my
2 reasons.
God.
Number one reason is Daniel Bryan, whether he is lovable
Yes.
or the new Daniel Bryan,
Yes.
he is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And number 2, Kofi is riding that massive wave of popularity and love and appreciation. So I really
You better
think
bottle that up because it's coming crashing down right after WrestleMania.
That's fine, but I'm just saying, I really
Perhaps.
think if you're going by the 2 matches, don't you guys agree that they're going to be more invested in that?
Oh, you're.
I agree.
Go for it. Go.
I agree, but I am scared to my core that they'll open the WrestleMania with that. That one large
that's
match.
very possible.
And go, the following contest is a WWE title match because they've done that before, and I feel that'd be a total waste of opportunity.
You know you're right.
I would hold it off.
You know you're right about that, but just for what Quasto saying, being in WrestleMania all these years, like that will be the most over match from the men's side. Kofi and it just will be. It's gonna be international crowds there. It's gonna be a frenzy there. But they do treat Raw as the flagship. So why would that be would they risk it and be like, you know what, this match?
Well, listen,
match
this
is
is going to be like an
second to last.
8 to 10 hour show. You need someone to listen. The audience needs some pancakes to be fed at some point later on in the night.
I don't like your
so you can
sarcasm,
come out
Jim.
and throw out some pancakes later on and feed the audience. So
Listen,
later on, make
Jim?
You can't.
Boys gonna get in
You
trouble in
can't yell at
paradise.
him.
You gonna get in trouble in paradise.
You can't. Jim.
With Chip trying to be like,
Oh, man.
I'm angry right now. Like Chip's like, all right.
So what was your answer then?
Tale is old as time.
No, I mean, here's the thing. You can't put it near the main event because then you're going to lose the main event, right? The women's main event. Because
Yeah,
a
agreed.
crowd's going to be exhausted. by
got-
then. You
it can't-
can't
they
have
can't go back-to-back, right.
Middle of the show. Middle of the show is the perfect sweet spot, right?
Lobo could be right though.
Yeah,
right
I
out the gate.
That would be big and also like, at the same time.
Because you know
Yeah,
Seth ain't
yeah,
going
yeah.
first. That's never going to happen. Seth and Brock? Hell no.
No.
They're going last 3 matches for sure.
Easily,
probably.
yeah.
Maybe they're going to do like a little breather match before the women's main event. I could see.
Miz and
Miz and Shane, yeah.
No, it's going to go early. That could open up.
Shane's bedtime, man.
These are all good suggestions from all you guys.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's go over these matches right now. Which one would you kick off WrestleMania with?
I'll tell you, the hottest match, Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. That is going
pretty good
to
choice, dude.
lay it out there,
Pretty
and they're going to go at
nuts.
it. That is a way to get a show hyped up.
If you want to do the entrance or the intro for WrestleMania, and you want to have people go crazy for the first song that hits, you hit AJ Styles.
You better believe it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You better believe
I would have said Mysterio, but I will give you just
Yeah, I'm hooked out. I guess we all agree. I guess we all agree.
I just don't see, especially after tonight, I just don't see Ray and Joe. I don't see it lasting very long, to be honest. I think Joe's just going to kind of dominate.
Right.
Okay.
I think he's.
Yeah. I mean, Ray was over when you were making records back then. So I mean, that's.
Wait a minute, hold on.
No, I'm not putting you down.
No, I know you're not.
The
disrespect of Rey Mysterio Jr.
He was pretty good when you were making music.
Listen, there's some things you just cannot do.
Remember when you were platinum?
There are some things you cannot do, DJ Alexander, RealTalker.com. You can't disrespect the legend, luchador God. You can't do
There's
that.
a time. I mean, him and Kurt embracing was kind of like, well, that was like a couple of generations ago. That was a good moment.
The level of disrespect for the legends, man.
He's not Seth
Listen,
Rollins.
Ray's
basically.
lucky to actually have a match.
He's no Seth Rollins, man. Damn, bro. Ray, how do you come back in better shape than you've ever been, though?
Yeah.
He's in better shape than he's ever been.
But he's in his 40s, right? And for him,
Does he
was
look
a high
like
flyer.
does he look like he's in his 40s?
We don't know what the hell he looks like to begin with, right?
Does his body look like he's a 40-year-old man?
His body looks good and in shape. It always has been. He always kept himself
beast,
well
yeah.
in shape. But he's a high flyer by nature. You know, the hurricanranas, all these things he can't really do anymore.
He just did him tonight.
Yeah, he did him tonight.
But listen, on a consistent
Every Monday night on USA Network.
a spot fest. Okay.
Wait a minute. He just did everything in his repertoire tonight.
He can't do it unless he has a match. Then he can totally do it.
Springboard, 619s,
Doesn't
Hurricane
count.
Rana's Insecurities.
Not canon.
But he just did it.
All made up. Fake news.
Listen. Turn on a match of Ray from 2010. Then you will see a whole different thing. What I'm talking about.
All right. Well, how about these? How about Shane Miz kicking things off? Would you still go with AJ?
That will be in the letdown 2 spot. That'll be the hot match first, and then you have that little match in the second that
Okay.
kind of blows
What
up.
about Lashley and Balor kicking things off? Or Demon?
The Demon does change that.
No, but that's a dead crowd.
It won't be dark enough.
Oh yeah, good
A little
point.
bit of darkness.
Good
right.
point.
Darkness for the demon.
That'd be weird coming out in the bright sun at 4 o'clock in the evening or afternoon.
Well, no, forget this is happening on the East Coast.
But 7 is still going to
Eastern.
be a
Yeah.
little bright outside.
Yeah, 7:30.
Not much because
Twilight,
daylight
probably.
savings, my friend.
Twilight.
Hold on, I'm looking up sunset.
Watch this. It's going to be like 7:45.
What about
Hard-hitting
women's
journalism.
tag team match?
What's that?
Huh? Women's tag team
I'm
match.
down, man.
I mean, some Peyton Royce
To kick it off,
show.
7:22 p.m. So you're right. The first
Oh.
match will be a little bit light.
It's close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
so-
need to see them all in full light. So.
Oh, okay, that's
Bring 'em
creepy.
out.
All right,
Oh,
Batista.
come on, man.
What do you mean full light? It's better. What? What's wrong with that? We're not taking any shade at them or anything.
Come on, man. Don't be like a dude.
And so to recap, Rey
a
Mysterio
good way to
sucks,
start
and I
the show.
love women. I'm Jim Alex.
Yeah, like very Neanderthal right there. He's like, I am man.
I am man.
This is a women's tag team title match to start off a show. We're talking about something to get us hyped up.
Jim
That
has
is a
like
great-
5 leftover Al Bundy No Man t-shirts.
Hey, yo, that's before my
Come on,
time.
Grim.
That's before my time.
Listen, that ain't before my time, so I get that reference.
Right?
Props.
Shout out to
before
No
my
Ma'am.
So Batista, you talk about not needing a lot of verbiage to get things ready. Well, he had 4 words for Triple H, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
You know what? I love Batista. I've always loved Batista. He's one of my favorites of all time. This is way before Guardians of the Galaxy. I've always liked what he brought to the table. He's from DC, so I know he was in this position where he did not want to diss the crowd because he actually loves where he's from. He didn't want to do the heel moment where he wanted to diss her. Oh yeah, stop cheering me, crap. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he had to get his point across and still be nasty. So he just said that one line, and you see
Right.
you see the moments he took, the pauses, because this will be the last time he's in that ring.
Yeah.
And you see he still shook hands with the kids in the crowd because he didn't want that moment to be wasted. Because this is probably the last time you'll ever see him in a WWE ring in Washington D.C.
Most likely,
you know
for
what I'm
sure,
saying?
yeah.
So you can tell just based on the way he was like drinking that moment in. And I love that because he still had to keep up with the theme that it's going to be no holds barred pandemonium.
Right.
I just thought it was awesome. I really did.
He's not a heel. In his mind, he's not a heel. He's just doing the right thing. He's not hating on everyone else. He's just hating on Hunter,
I
right?
like the
That's the
choices.
only one he has a beef with.
Yeah, I like that.
So for him, in his mind, he's not a heel. He's just doing the right thing for a guy that held him down. That is a perfect heel because
That's a villain.
Truly.
The guy is awesome. I mean,
Loved it, bro.
being away from the ring and knowing the psychology, that's what we're lacking. You know, we talk about the mid-carders running it over. Dude, Batista needs to show up one time after all these years off, and he nails the psychology right away with a couple words and one promo.
That's still his baby, man. Like wrestling still just like when Dwayne gets back in the ring, like he falls right back in the line because at the end of the day, he's one of the greatest wrestlers I've ever seen. Dwayne Johnson, I call him Dwayne Johnson until he comes back in the WWE ring, and he's one of the greatest wrestlers I've ever seen. And you forget that, and he hops back in that ring when he had that scene of you, you're like, oh, he still can go.
Muscle memory.
He can still go.
Muscle memory, baby. Muscle memory.
So I'm excited to see Batista back in the ring.
And you talk about, once again, another thing where you just didn't need a lot to happen. Drew McIntyre attacks Roman Reigns from behind, leaves him face down. Boom. Thank you. Ready.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. Nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Claymore.
He's got to win because
please.
all this won't matter a damn thing if he
Please,
loses.
God.
It won't matter. It'll be just fodder.
Yeah.
It'll be just cheap little, heat that he got throughout. If he doesn't win, he needs to win.
Yeah, I have to agree. It was totally telegraphed. You knew it was coming, but it was still sweet when it did.
Sell this bad boy.
I do agree. I think Roman's probably going to win them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And-
After tonight, or did it change your mind? Or
I would
because you always
say
felt-
I would still probably say yes after tonight even.
Okay.
Yeah, with that, the sweet smells of Charlie Caruso's perfume must mean this Heel Jim's boudoir, man.
Oh no. What is he doing?
Oh my goodness!
Not a family show anymore. Not a family show anymore.
Yeah. I'm back.
TK, where are you? We miss you. We miss you, TK.
Today on Jim's Boudoir, TK, hopefully you're listening. Oh, there's a lot of shout-outs going on. Charlie Caruso, of course. As always, we're going to go with that. We'll go with, where was Alexa Bliss?
She was in the backstage talking to EC3.
She I got another one there. Alexa Bliss needs more shine. She's the host of Wrestlemania. We're giving her love on a boudoir tonight. And Peyton Royce. Hello, thank you, welcome. Thanks for coming to Raw. It was greatly appreciated. And Liv Morgan, not Tyler, even though I gave her a shout out last week.
You did call her Tyler last
Everyone's
week.
getting shout outs, so today was a very
And he
good
doesn't
boudoir.
want to miss a thing.
And
Don't want to close
and
my eyes.
EC3 for using about 20 cans of spray tanner, self tanner, whatever the hell it was.
That's his MO, yeah.
That is
That
one
was-
dark white dude.
That was, amen.
That was me dark.
That was.
My God.
I don't know what that was,
Yeah,
but
no
man,
idea.
someone to take him out of his spray tanning bed or whatever the hell it is. EC3, man. Lay it
Rotisserie colored
off.
right there. That's what it is.
You made the boudoir, so there you go.
Oh, we put him in the boudoir.
Well, yeah, the man stood out. Not in a great way, but.
No one tell TK that we kept doing the boudoir.
I won't. She's too total like that. No.
Good idea.
Shout out to Mandy Rose.
I don't know. Is that it?
Is that the end of the boudoir?
Yeah, I think I covered everything. We're good.
I don't know what to do.
No, I think we could just.
Hashtag Heel Jim's Boudoir. Yeah.
My favorite part.
So it looks like the Demon's coming to WrestleMania, y'all.
Yeah, man. I was calling for it.
Yeah.
I remember I was saying like the whole legal thing. It was a Demon King was the legal thing. So they cut off the king. Now it's the Demon. I'm just happy to see him.
Yeah. Love to see him.
I love the alter ego.
I saw him at SummerSlam Live. It was amazing.
Oh, great.
I did not like the Tritantron thing, but other than that, I'm sold. I'm sold otherwise for the character, but him being like, I got demons. All right.
I think he should have just lifted his head up, stared into the camera.
Perfect.
Fade to black.
Yep. You'll know it's coming. You'll know it's coming on Sunday.
There you go.
But other than that, it was great, man.
It's WrestleMania, so it's cool, but I
Oh,
wish
it's
they
sick.
used it. I wish they built it up for something better.
Stop! No.
I wish they used it for something better, because this Lashley feud, it's not, Demon doesn't do anything this feud. He can beat him without Demon or with Demon. The whole point is,
they had to figure out a way to make it more interesting because they've wrestled
I
a
know,
lot.
totally. So I
That's
get
pretty
it that
much
way,
what
but
is,
it
yeah.
would have been better used in a better feud down the line when they need something like that, where they need a pop. I just feel like this was thrown in where it could have been utilized down the road way better.
If you're going to use it once or twice a year, I would use it at WrestleMania.
Keep in mind, though,
It didn't-
WrestleMania is like the Super Bowl to where it's not just catering to the people who watch every single week. It's catering to all those people who go over to someone's house and say, yeah, I'll watch
is what I've
WrestleMania.
been
Oh,
saying.
that guy's cool.
This is what I've been saying.
That's, you gotta remember.
We gotta get. We have to get off because we cover this. We watch this. We work at it. We're watching it forever. And literally, it's for the casual fan. It's the casual fan, just like the Super Bowl is. It's the new subscriber, that young whippersnapper that watches it and like, who is this demon dude? He is my new favorite person in the world.
Buy the merch.
He don't give a damn about the build up. He don't give a damn about how many times he had the matches, title changes. He sees them colors and he's in.
Boom.
Gotta remember when you were a young whippersnapper, man.
That's right. So women's tag titles. We have Boston Hug, Divas of Doom, Iconics, Nia and Tamina. I gotta say, Boston Hug, hang on to it.
I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised. What are you thinking?
I should have given a shout out, first of all, to Beth Phoenix. For real.
On fire.
She looks phenomenal in and outside of the ring. All this years off, and she didn't miss a beat. So Beth
my
Phoenix,
God, the spear through the
get some.
Beth Phoenix is really, I mean, that's
Guardrail?
impressive. Whatever she's
Grand
done to do it. I think she's sticking around for a little bit, and why not give her a title for a run? Her and Natalya. I think it's going to be a good moment with the Jim the Anvil Neidhart induction to the Hall of Fame with the Hart Foundation. I think her and Beth's kind of return. I think it'll be good to crown him. You don't have to, at WrestleMania, give him a month or 2 run tops and give him kind of that, and Beth can go back to retirement if she wants to in that way, or she can stick around a little bit longer throughout the summer. But I think this is their moment. There's a reason Beth is here.
Fair argument.
Beth is here for a reason. And she came back after all these years, and I think it would better serve them having the titles than it would for Sasha and Bayley, who are more singles wrestlers in a lot of ways and can go easily in their separate ways.
Sure.
Yeah. Go, Flo.
I agree. I feel like traditional WWE booking with new belts still, there's always one person that wins it, and they have it for a bit, and then the second run is the one that we stick with. Like Adam Cole won the NA title, or we had the example with the Cruiserweight Championship, TJP won it, or TJ Perkins at the time won it, and then there was a long run. Even the UK Championship, Tyler Bate won it, and then Keith
Doug's had it forever.
So I got a feeling that Boston Hug do not retain, and I was going to give it to the Iconics because they're so good together as a unit, but hearing that talk, I mean, you make a good point. Maybe
They have time.
Yeah,
they can get at any time.
Honestly, Iconics are really fun no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay,
They've
yeah.
got
They're
it
over already.
figured out.
Do they
right?
need the titles is the question.
No, they got to figure it out. They're going to be must-see every single time because
Yeah.
their chemistry is uncanny.
Right.
100%.
Iconic.
And the only other match, actually, we already spoke about Rey Mysterio and Samoa Joe. I think we could all agree unanimously Joe is going to hang on to the U.S.
Easily.
Ray-
You should squash Ray, actually.
Ray has always been one of those. He's a great wrestler. He understands the business.
Yep.
He wouldn't like it nothing more than to put over a new superstar. And
Yeah.
his legacy's cemented.
It's an amazing
And it will
Yeah.
help Joe to squash him, literally.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even messing here. You should
Ray-
squash it, and Ray will put him over and do the right thing, and Joe will be made look better because he squashed Ray, and, Ray still's got that legacy, right?
Ray is
we're-
unbelievable. First ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, no
probably
question.
the greatest
It'd be
luchador
really
ever.
fun to see Joe with a dominant.
Like a run.
Yeah.
Before we
Yeah.
forget, I don't know if you're going to this, Braun Strowmer and this thing that they're promoting, right? This Battle Royal Andre the Giant Memorial.
Yep.
Man, it's all about. I feel bad for the other guys. I know they're getting impatient, they're thrown in, but it's all about Michael Che and Colin Jost. I mean, why
Once again,
make it so
mainstream.
much?
Yeah.
Mainstream, dude.
Yeah.
Man,
Pre-show match. I'm not a big
And,
fan.
and maybe
pre-show
there'll be a
match.
fun surprise and Braun doesn't win somehow. Who knows?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be awesome? I
don't know.
And Colin Jost knocks him out.
Oh man, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Braun's he's done in my book.
Crowd would be crazy. Go crazy. It's pre-show though.
Well, either
It's
way,
pre-show.
WrestleMania this Sunday, and we're all pumped up for it. So,
Yeah.
with that said, only a couple more days to go. SmackDown, then we have TakeOver Friday night, Hall of Fame Saturday, WrestleMania on Sunday. I'm going to be there all weekend, which is going to be a lot of fun. So,
Any
You're going?
predictions?
I'll be there.
predictions on
WrestleMania. Any big things that we could maybe see like surprises?
we
You
kind of
guys
already
think
went
of?
over it, I think.
But any shockers you think might happen? Any heel turns? Because they're talking about there's talk about like certain things.
Brock Lesnar
rumors.
retaining.
That would be
Because that
surprising.
That would shock the world, bro. That would shock the world, bro. They got this dude got his own shirt that says Kingslayer. It's WWE shop. They made a shirt. You know what I mean?
Slayer too, yeah.
Bro, if he retains that title, the crowd will be like, "What?"
It's possible.
I would love it.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Well, with that said, it's time to close out the show. Jim, put yourself over.
I'm putting myself over every time at the Jim Alexander. You can catch me there anytime, any place, anywhere.
Dear God.
All right,
I'm
Flobo.
available on Twitter at FloboBoys, Instagram at Flobito, Flobito.com, and hashtag Boys in the Hood.
Man.
That's right. Vote for him if you live on 2nd Street in the corner of.
North of Venice,
adjacent.
South of
Over
Pico,
adjacent.
between Sepulveda and Overland. Yeah,
That's right. Evan T.
Evan T. Black, Instagram, man, Twitter. Shout out to DJ Sip, J Will, what's good? Marie, what's good? Ghost, what's good? Dan, what's good? Rocky, what's good? Zeno, what's good? Ghost, what's good?
Good.
Johan, what's good?
Okay.
Chalice.
Charlene, what up, baby?
At
Charlie
Jay, At Jay Quasto, all social media platforms. I will be calling the Blackcraft Wrestling pay-per-view this Friday
I
night.
need tickets, man.
At midnight. I got you.
All right,
What
man.
are you yelling at me now for? You texted me. I told you yes.
Y'all go to WrestleMania and everything. Come
I
on.
need 3. Wifey and my brother.
Is that hair dye seeping in the skull?
Chemicals, man. Chemicals.
If you're not there, you can watch it. Go to blackcraftwrestling.com. Order it on pay-per-view. I'm also going to be calling the CZW versus WrestlePro show as well. And just going to be there all weekend. So if you see me, come up and say hello. I'd love to see you as well. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.